Okay. All right. So let's go to the next piece on here. An extra credit opportunity has arisen. So here's the opportunity, and I'm kind of getting a little feedback. Do I need to move over here to be in camera? Okay. I'm kind of getting some feedback on this extra credit opportunity, but I've also looked at some of your test scores and other types of scores. Some of you may need a point or two to help you, but the opportunity came first. The college and the district has a foundation, and they raise funds to help with student scholarships. There's student emergency funds in that. It's tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars that have been raised over the years. And so the annual campaign has come up, and it is within the next 2 weeks. And so in this annual fundraising campaign, the idea is to raise money, and normally it comes from large organizations, businesses, and et cetera, is to raise as much money as we can to replenish the annual fund so that next semester, if a student needs funds, they can petition for that, or if there's a way for the district and college foundation to hand out monies or scholarships, they find a way to do that. Now, it's unique in that these funds, it can be done, anything can be done with them. So they're free and void of the taxpayer scrutinization, and it allows our administrators to hand out this money. Now, it is not, it's not kept. So if we get it and we get $10,000 in the course of a year or $200,000 in the course of a year, it's all spent. So that next year you replenish that and start over, because there's more than enough people that could benefit from that. So here's where your piece potentially comes in, and this is where I want feedback. The extra credit could be that we could take all the classes again and say that each person individually needs to raise $25. Okay? Now if you raise, that's it. That's your cap. If you raise $25, you can get enough extra credit that it could take you from, if you had a C minus, it could take you to a C. It can't move you from a C to a B, but it can move you within the range of a grade. Does that make sense? All right. Now,
if you had a B plus.
Well, if you had a minute and let me finish, I bet I'd answer that. All right. Now, if you raise $50 or more, so the second cap is $50, you can receive enough extra credit to move you from a C minus to a B minus. So it actually can move you into the next grade category. Okay? What do you think?
Sounds good to me.
EDC Rancho?
I'm right here.
Yeah. I like it.
Question.
I like the idea.
Hold on.
But, didn't quite answer my question. What if you were at the top of the grade scale and you managed to get 25? Would you still have to go for 50 to go up to the next level, or what?
Well, if you're top of the food chain, you wouldn't be able to go to like a minus Z or something. I don't understand.
B plus.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, no, you can't. It cannot move you. It cannot take you out of the range. So if you're at a B plus and you get $25, it won't move you to an A minus. You cannot get out of the B. If you get $50, it can move you into the next range. And I have to make it hard and fast like that, because otherwise you got too many variations that I have to deal with. 25 takes you to the top of the range. 50 gets you to the next grade.
What are the conditions for the fundraising?
No conditions. No conditions.
I want to burst in your bubbles, but I mean, it reminds me back of like 500 years ago when the Catholic Church was trying to get everybody to give them money to buy the way into heaven. I mean, are we buying a grade, or is there a catch, or is there anything new about it?
I can assure you that after that mid-semester project, you should know you're not buying anything in this class. You will earn everything. And trust me, with that final project, you're going to have more than enough work to do. So no, what it is that when these opportunities come up, I like to take advantage of them. And so this particular one, the reason that I'm using this type of scoring is because you just finished a fundraiser, and so now we're going to jump right back in it for 2 weeks. And it's the 2 weeks, if you look at it, so you tell me whether you're buying it. It's the 2 weeks before spring break. You have an exam coming up, quiz number 2. Some of you haven't even finished out this project. And then, most importantly, you better start your final. So I doubt you'll be buying much.
Does this feed in the final project?
Does what? Does it do?
Does it feed into it or have anything to do with it?
Nothing to do with it. No, this is totally what it is, extra credit. Here.
That extra credit is for the final grade or just the grade for the mid-semester project?
No, it's for your grade, usually,
How is that it?
let me answer the question. Usually what I do is when I take all your extra credit, so you could have, let's say we had another extra credit opportunity. I take all your extra credit and I apply it at the end.
Okay, so for the overall.
Mhm. Yeah.
What's to stop someone from taking $50 out of pocket and say they got it from fundraising?
What's to stop somebody from writing a check for $730 so that they could meet their goal?
Pride.
Do we have to document this?
You have to hit the button.
Do we have to document it? This raising too?
No, these don't have to be documented. In the back.
When is this due, and is there any more information about it?
Yeah, I'll have information. This is just like I said, this is me flushing it out and see what people think of it. But if this goes down, it'll probably be within 24 hours that I'll draft something, and then it'll go for 2 weeks till about April, not quite 2 weeks, about April 12th. I just saw another hand, a couple of hands. EDC Rancho?
We just show up with $50 and we get a grade letter?
Show up with $50 and what?
And we get a grade letter.
You show up with $50 and you get extra credit. I didn't say you get a grade letter, so you need, listen, and it's a great question. You get extra credit. You need to understand that you're going to have a full semester of grading, and you haven't gotten through 70% of your grading yet. So it can move you that much, but that depends on where your grade is.
Thank you.
Okay. Good question, though. Good question. Others?
Do we know what, I know that you gave us a percentage of each project and how it's weighted, but can we email you and ask you what our current grade is?
Oh, yeah,
To see
absolutely.
if we actually need that extra credit?
Yep, you sure can. Yep, sure can. Yeah, because some people, you may look at it, Rosemary, to your point, some people may look at it and say, oh, what if I don't need it? Or other people look at it and say, it's insurance. So, it depends on your perspective. But yes, you can do that. Okay, any other feedback on this idea? None? Okay. All right, any other there was a question? Yes?
What's the chances of you doing this? Is it pretty high or pretty low or what?
Right now it could be pretty high. Why do you ask?
I'm just really curious, interested.
Okay. It could be pretty high because what I may be able to do is, and a lot's going to depend upon what I can get done in the next 24 hours, I may be able to get some organizations to do some type of matching. So it could have a snowball effect, but I don't know yet. So I'm trying to pull all these pieces together, but I need to poll you in order to kind of see what the perspective is. Okay.
Is there another alternative to this extra credit?
Good question, but no, not unless somebody comes up with another idea based on the limited amount of information you have. I couldn't think of another way to attack it.